In the UK Parliament, Foreign Secretary Philip Hammond said Britain wanted a fundamental change in its relationship with the EU. The 28-nation bloc had, he said, changed beyond recognition.
We believe that Brussels has got too much power, and we believe that some of those powers need to be brought back to national capitals. In a world whose centre of economic gravity is shifting fast, Europe faces a serious challenge.
Mass immigration, a consequence of the EU's freedom of movement rules, have seen those registering for national insurance in Britain rise by more than 220% in the last year alone. In the last two elections, such numbers became a major doorstep issue.
On the 23rd of June, voters in the UK will be asked if they want to continue being a member of the European Union. Voters will be asked one question: should the United Kingdom remain a member of the European Union or leave the European Union? The referendum will be organised just like a local or a general election. Those registered will be able to cast their votes either by post or at a polling station. We've had a referendum like this before. In 1975, we voted to stay in what was then the European Economic Community. Because David Cameron promised to hold one if the Conservatives won the last general election. Before announcing a date, David Cameron negotiated with other EU leaders some changes to the relationship between the UK and the European Union.
The choice is in your hands.
If we vote to remain in the EU, things stay pretty much the same. If we vote to leave the EU, the details of what would happen next are unclear. For more answers to EU referendum questions, go to bbc.co.uk/EU referendum.
Different backgrounds, different values and morals. Well, yes, I do intend to vote in the referendum coming up.
I absolutely intend to vote.
I made sure to register my new address so I could vote.
I do intend to vote on the EU referendum.
That freedom, that if I want to choose to move somewhere else, I do feel as part of the culture of Europe.
I'm not entirely sure which way I'm going to vote, but I'm sort of leaning towards leave.
We want to put in place the right conditions for a single market for resource-efficient low-carbon growth. That should be the core of the green economy.